I think the game I've had the hardest problem with is called My Summer Car, and it's just one of those I'm pain in the butt kind of games that
Stand up, guys.
after you understand, it gets better.
What about you, Nonal? Any game that you played that just kind of tweaked you the wrong way and you just couldn't really get into it?
I don't think so. Not lately. I did, like, I've been playing all the Star Wars games. There was I can't remember which one it is, a Game Boy Advance Star Wars game I was playing, and I was going to make a video of it or whatever, and I just couldn't play it. I couldn't get past it. You know what I mean? Like the first little bit, and the mechanics were crazy, and I didn't do it, but I can't remember the name of it. It was a Star Wars Game Boy Advance game, though. It was horrible.
Yeah, I keep waiting for a certain company to get in touch with you on those and be like, you're destroyed.
I've had two. Well, I've made like 6 or 7 Star Wars videos, you know, or whatever games, and or maybe more. I don't know. I've had 2 of them for music. Claim the music. So I don't think they're copyright strikes against my channel, but they're just for the music, so where they demonetize you or they monetize it against you, or however you want to say it. So
yeah, you should definitely check those out and make sure that it's an actual company that owns the rights to that music, because there's a lot of companies out there that just go around trolling people.
Well, I'm only getting like less than 10 views per. You know, I'm doing it for fun. You know what I mean? So I'm not too worried about it, to be honest.
Still, you don't want to be giving any money to somebody who's just kind of trolling you.
All right, don't attack it.
Okay.
Ducking? My bad.
Speaking of Star Wars, couple of days, y'all excited?
Oh yeah, dude. That's the whole reason I'm doing it. Because I'm excited. Am I supposed to be attacking? Did we get XP on that or not?
I think we're supposed to wait until the cleric goes.
Oh.
I don't think he's doing damage. I think he just pulled.
Yeah, he did. He just did 2 AoEs.
They're both holding them down. You're supposed to wait until.
Okay, well, I can do that.
Okay, so he's running it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know. Can he not, like, hot the bard and the bard live long enough for us just to nuke him while he snares him?
Well, you might get aggro out of it, right?
Dude, that bard snare is pretty OP. Unless he's not got the one I'm thinking he has.
Are we attacking these yet or no?
Yeah, he has the one you're thinking of. I'd wait until they're all clumped up so you're not wasting your AoE or your mana.
I got plenty of mana to waste. I haven't cast a spell in a while.
It just depends on how much he's taking hits, because he wouldn't survive. Like, if a hot's not enough for him to survive, then he wouldn't survive. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what his HP is. Remember when we did the dwarfs and the wolves? You know what I mean? We were doing like 15 at a time. If I had a hot, I could do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't want to like make people angry or anything like that, but I'm not really looking forward to the Star Wars one. Every one of them has been about the Death Star or the Planet Destroyer version of the Disney's version. I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of that story. Like, I want to see something different, and it hasn't shown me that they're going to do that just yet.
Have you not seen the trailers, dude?
No. I've been trying to stay away from the Star Wars stuff since the last ones.
There's been a trailer with, of course, Luke and Rey. Yeah, I mean, like a little intense scene. But the one that just came out, the one that just came out this week is Rey holding Kylo Ren's sword, and she like pivots, and there's 2 of the Empire, Guardians or the red suited guys, one on each of her side, and then oh my gosh, dude, it just looks amazing.
Somebody said something about Luke Skywalker maybe being the bad guy in this one because of the posters. In the posters, there's always the bad guy in the foreground or the background, and Luke Skywalker is the guy in the background. So they're thinking he's going to be evil in this one.
He's not going to be evil. What it is that he is, not to be mean or anything, he is just not considered the main character anymore.
Who would be the main character, though? Because from the people I've talked to, they're not really big fans of Rey. And somebody said that she might not even do the next one. Like, there's a disagreement with how much money she's going to get or something. So
it's Rey, and they will.
It's Rey.
They will buy her a small continent if they have to get her to come back. I guarantee it.
Yeah, but people like her.
Oh yeah, man.
It's not about that. They've already started the series with her.
Yeah, but they could replace her with somebody else and just be like, "Oh, this new actress is the one," or even do the CGI.
It's not the actress.
No, you can't.
They could do the CGI.
It's not the actress.
Well, you know what I'm saying. But
like maybe scar her up and be like,
it doesn't matter who the actress is. It's just the character sucks. It doesn't matter if you switch out the actress. You'd have to switch the writing.
I didn't think she was bad.
I think the character's fine, man.
Yeah, I didn't think she was bad. I didn't think she was that great.
She's a Mary Sue character. She's too perfect.
Because she's a Star Wars chick.
It's like, what did she even need to find Luke Skywalker? She's already got the Force mastered. And she didn't even need any training at all.
She doesn't have the Force mastered yet.
I don't know. I just thought like the back and forth between Leia and Han.
She seems to know more about wielding it than Luke Skywalker ever did.
He was a farm boy, man. He'd never seen it before.
Yeah, that blue milk, man.
Oh, she never saw it before.
You know that girls learn faster than boys. And, as the puberty and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell does that even matter?
I know.
I don't know.
Just making excuses now.
Maybe she will be a stronger Jedi than Luke. Maybe she will be a
perfect of a character. There's like no character arc for her.
She was abandoned. She was alone.
That's what I'm saying.
She was.
It doesn't matter who the actress is because the character sucks.
I don't find her perfect. I mean, she tried to run away and cry. She wanted to leave the whole thing and go back.
I don't find her perfect.
She wanted to go back to the desert land where she was abandoned as a little kid because she didn't want to deal with everything. I think she's not perfect at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think she's
kind of got stuck. She kind of got sucked into everything, but my big problem with her is that she pretty much just knows how to use the Force and doesn't really have any flaws, like really major flaws to speak of.
Well, when you got the midichlorians on your side, you know, like you can do anything. So.
Yeah, because Darth Vader or Anakin knew how to use the Force right away, with him being the highest midichlorian individual in the galaxy. Which is not true.
I mean, he was the only human that could drive a pod racer.
That's true.
Because non-humans couldn't do it, man.
Yeah, but at least he has an arc. I don't see how this girl can have an arc at all.
I would love to see them do a story on Star Wars from the other side of the table, instead of like the Jedis and Sith fighting it back and forth and the galaxy being caught in the middle. I would love to see the galaxy persecuting the Jedi and the Sith. Just anybody with midichlorians born, they annihilate him. They kill him. And,
you know, midichlorians or not, Anakin Skywalker was still trained in the Force by a Jedi.
He was at one point, but
she never was.
As a kid.
She never was in her life, and yet she was like
more awesome than any Kylo Ren.
She's going to be trained. She
doesn't need to be.
She's going to be trained by Luke, man, right? And
she doesn't need to be.
And they're going to get jiggy, or maybe they're like
that's my problem.
Daughter
she doesn't need to be.
And father. Or she, no point. The whole arc there.
But she wasn't. She didn't use lightning or anything. She doesn't. Or
that's true.
Or did she?
The hell does that even matter? You watch the movie. See that final fight.
In the video games, though, like the lightning and the Force push, like there are huge aspects of the Jedi or the Sith. But in the movies, not so much.
I don't know. I don't see how anybody can look at her and think she's like not a perfect character.
I'm not saying she's perfect. I'm just coming from the standpoint of in the Jedi training, there are different stances how you fight, and those are trained. And she is just using whatever she can to survive, where there are actual technical training for Jedis.
Because just imagine she goes against Yoda. Like, Yoda would whoop the crap out of her right there, you know? Like, it would. And he would be smiling and being like, you know, beat one with the Force you can, or something, you know? Like, he'd be taunting you the whole time and training you to be a better Jedi as he does it. Like, that guy is just that pimp. But, you know, like...
I mean, I think it's Kylo Ren that sucked is what the problem is.
You know, that guy's a Marine?
He's not a good villain.
They all suck. All the new characters basically suck.
But I mean, you're saying she's too perfect. Maybe it's because he's not a good one. I mean, even Finn picked up the lightsaber and gave it a good go against Kylo Ren.
Yeah. I don't think Kylo Ren was a good bad guy either, but he's a Marine. Did you know that in real life? So, like, when I look at that guy and I'm like, oh, man, he'd get taken advantage of in prison.
Jupa agrees with me.
Probably not. You know, like, the dude could probably fight in real life. He just doesn't look it. He looks too
This
pretty.
is why Chupa is my bro. We think exactly alike.
Well, and look at the other bad guys on the Sith side, right? You got like Darth Maul. They show themselves as being evil by their body being corrupted by the darkness, or having the battle scars of some of their encounters with the Jedis, and he doesn't have any yet, and he didn't get any in the last movie either. So
he got nicked.
Yeah, he did.
Maul's not corrupted by the darkness physically, though.
Well, but he got like the painted tattoos. Yeah.
That's just the way his race looks. Period.
Really? Like that whole race?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
Yes,
know.
that is
his
the
training.
racial mark. You're racist right now.
I guess I am.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they all looked evil.
Well, also, Kylo Ren ended up with a scar on his face from the last fight.
It happens from falling off a seesaw. Doesn't mean you're evil.
I guess so. Yeah, but I mean, you look at like Darth Vader and the Emperor, they were all scarred and they looked evil. In the video games, where there's that role-playing one where you got to pick the light side or the dark side, your character did go through an alteration when he went down the evil route. He started to get more pale, he started to look more disfigured, and that's without you actually doing anything. It was just you choosing to be evil. So maybe that's where I was getting it from, but...
Happens to Shepard. He's not a Jedi or a Sith.
That's true. I think maybe it's a common thing that when you go down the evil route, you're just going to be disfigured somehow. You're going to look evil.
Yeah, the new movie coming out this week has a lot to make up for. What are you doing with your pet, dude?
That's what
I'm not doing anything. I didn't.
He jumped in there.
He got a mind of his own.
Now Maul and Canon in the cartoon, the Clone Wars, he was trained. His like race or whatever, or witches. Like his there's witches and stuff that help train him, and they
mystical.
Yeah, they like tortured him and beat him, and then Dooku, I think, or somebody got him, or maybe it was the Emperor, I forget, and tortured him more.
Him to Dooku. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was just bred to be evil.
That's the animated series, though. I don't know if the books, if any canon of the books explain Maul.
We all know how, Nala gets off on the idea of a woman abusing him.
That's right.
But see, I would love to see that storyline instead of just like the Death Star again.
Watch
the Clone Wars.
Clone Wars and Rebels are actually very good series.
Yeah, because that's what they're talking about is Clone Wars.
All right, not now, or wait for him to gather him back up.
I don't know.
I got resisted by a lot of it.
He's out. He's out of the zone.
Yeah, he's out of the zone. You guys can do it.
Collect them again. I think. Maybe not.
Nah, I think some of them are just running because they're scared.
Okay.
We got a lot of comments on that one. You stirred up a little hornet's nest right there, Dantham. When are they going to figure out to blow up all the desert planets and all the heroes will go away?
I wouldn't mind that.
There? Not a lot. Destroy it.
That is awesome.
That is funny.
That is the thing I didn't like about this last movie was another abandoned Jedi by their family.
It literally was a reboot.
Literally,
That's exactly what it was.
It was a remake of The New Hope.
But I honestly like the character. I think she's great. I think she's great for the series. I think she's great for kids. I think she's great. I really do.
However, she fucking sucks.
Yeah, but
you being a girl. I mean, I'd hate to be like this, but you being a woman or a girl,
just because she's
it's so great to have a
character does not mean I have to think she is great.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I
don't know, man. I think it's awesome.
It doesn't mean that I can pardon bad writing.
Do you think she was as memorable as Leia?
No.
Yeah,
no.
Exactly.
Leia is seriously a better character.
Yeah, she had that connection to Han. They had this back and forth. She was like strong in her own right. She knew what she was doing. She wouldn't take crap from anybody. Like that kind of character was good. And if they had given the role to like somebody that was written that well,
kind of like how I'm not taking crap on Nunnal right now.
Oh, I'm out of mana. No, I think it's a great thing that they did. I mean, I don't feel that they did anything wrong by it. I mean, doing it that way.
No, I don't think they did anything wrong. I don't think they did anything particularly great either.
I just can't.
The writing for episode 7, the story for it, is just because of the fact that it literally put these new characters into the same roles as episode 4.
It didn't do quite as good of a job. You know, like it wasn't bad, but you could see before
how well they
did.
Nothing's gonna ever satisfy us as far as episode 4. Episode 4 is episode 4. Nothing's gonna replace
not necessarily
it,
because when they came out with that new Batman with Heath Ledger and
bro, Batman and Star Wars, 2 different things.
I know they are, but at the same time, you can take it. You can't make because like it was Jack Nicholson, right, as Joker. For me, that was it. Like I could not imagine in 1,000 years anybody doing a better job as Joker than he did, and they did.
Well, you got to think about the runs of the movies, though. You got to think about the runs of the movies. The original Batman, Tim Burton did great, and then the next ones were like a freaking circus. It was stupid.
Yeah, and that's kind of like what they're doing with these new Star Wars one, where they're maybe not to that extent. Obviously, they're not going down crazy land, but still not nearly as good as the original. Like they could have. I've seen it done. I have hope that they can.
Supposedly, the new movie it is a no kidding, completely original story. You're not going to see a reboot of The Empire Strikes Back or anything like that.
I might actually watch it then, because I got to the point where
I'll be watching it regardless. I mean, if you want an honest opinion about it, I'll tell you after I watch it. I'll be watching it Christmas week. But yeah, episode 7, dude, I was really, really upset and just not kosher with it at all.
I'm glad I'm not the only one on that one then.
Honestly, the characters though were better than the story, and I agree with that. I know you guys don't like maybe the characters too, but the characters were the most exciting thing about the whole movie. That and when they showed the Millennium Falcon, and I almost pissed myself in the movie theater. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
well, the only characters that I liked were, the returning characters. Of course, because they're great characters. I did not like any of the new characters.
I mean, honestly, of the new characters, the one I like the most is Phasma. She said 2 words.
Who?
Captain Phasma.
Oh, God, that was the most disappointing character out of the whole thing.
I don't think so.
And she was taken out before she could do anything.
Yeah, that is true. But the only reason why I cared about it more than anything else,
okay,
she towers over the troopers. I'm like, okay, shit, something special about her. Apparently, we'll find out what later on, hopefully. And
maybe.
That's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how they built her up just to not do anything with her.
Yeah, she was the worst character, dude. Honestly.
That you see my point.
Well, no, they plan on having her be a big part of this next movie, apparently.
People said she's the next Boba Fett. Not even close.
No.
Boba Fett didn't even really do anything, to be honest.
Boba Fett didn't have to, though. Just him being like a disgusting blob and yet like intelligent at the same time was something new that we had never seen before.
No, we're talking about Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah. No. Okay, yeah.
Not the Hut.
Yeah,
not the Hut.
But he had a son. He had a son, right? Boba Fett?
Boba is the son.
You're talking about Jango Fett.
All right, AC, you're done.
Hey, I'm not a huge Star Wars guy. These other ones.
You cut off.
Because they showed him in that Clone Wars, right? They had like a suit on the wall, and they showed the little kid.
Yeah, the kid was Boba Fett.
I'm not a big Fett fanboy or anything, but I definitely think I was let down by Phasma. I mean, they built her up so much for her just to roll over. You know what I mean?
I don't understand why people are so into Boba Fett, to be honest. Like, he barely does anything.
Because he was the only bounty hunter.
And then he's taken out just like that.
I think there was more backstory in the books, but he was the only one that thought to look in the trash to find the Millennium Falcon. Like that was his thing.
Well, and then
honestly, for me as a kid,
out of the Sarlacc pit.
Boba is more the armor and the jetpack.
Yeah.
I heard a story that either in the book or in some show, he got trapped inside of a giant beast in his stomach, but because his suit is like indestructible, he survives it.
Yeah, that's the Sarlacc pit.
That's the Sarlacc pit. Yeah,
it's Meridian.
Supposedly he's still alive.
Meridian armor. Yeah.
Yeah, Mandalorian armor is made of some kind of special. I can't remember what it is, but it's handed down.
Mandalorian.
Yeah. No. It's I can't remember what the hell it's made of. They talk about it in one of the series.
I don't know. I kind of like the character that was blind. That he had his best friend with, like the giant laser machine gun and everything.
That guy was
Chirrut Ura or something. I think his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from Rogue One.
That's Rogue One, though. But yes.
Well, no, those are really the only characters that I can remember that made an impact. That I thought the back and forth between them was right on target. He believed in the Force, the other guy didn't. He kind of had his day before he died, both of them.
That was I agree.
Spoiler
that was probably
alert.
a better movie and maybe better characters, but I didn't like the story of the new Star Wars, but I did like the characters. So I'm looking forward to see the new characters.
There's another lariat on that corpse right there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Rogue One a lot.
Yes, a lot.
People were like at the end of the movie upset because of the ending, and I'm like, do y'all not pay attention in other Star Wars movies? Because you're not reading the books, obviously.
The only one I didn't like was who was the guy with the breathing thing? The guy that trained her. Yeah. I didn't like that character. Yeah, I didn't like that.
Saul Guerrero.
Yeah, I didn't like him. I thought that was kind of weird.
He's a radical.
Yeah.
Hiding in a giant mountain forest.
They explained his character a lot.
That no one could find.
Yeah, like a mile away from the town that looked as like obvious as day.
They explained his character a lot in Clone Wars as well.
Let's see. The only thing perfect about Rey is her horse face. Okay.
Wow.
Horse face?
Wow.
That's sick Nick
She doesn't have
right
a horse
there.
face.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't
say
say anything like that.
She doesn't have a horse face. I don't think.
I'm not picking on the actress. It has nothing to do with her.
It's the writing
Yeah,
for the first one.
She's a
Then
good
his
character.
Sick
Stop
Nick,
it.
Sick Nick says on
No,
this
she's
next
not.
one, my main gripe with the new Star Wars movies is the lack of hardcore sex scenes. So, like, he's looking for a different type of Star Wars movie altogether.
When has Star Wars ever had horror sex scenes or any sex
I mean,
scenes?
they didn't wear underwear in space.
No, they're in
That one
a
scene.
porno here.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it happens
Oh
behind
my
the
goodness.
scenes. The things you don't see.
You're a little short for a stormtrooper. You know?
Oh yeah, you know
The
something's
things you
going
don't
on
see
there.
should remain unseen.
That whole scene there was that was every Star Wars fanboy like, oh, look at her, you know. That was George Lucas convincing Carrie Fisher you didn't have underwear in space, so she didn't wear bra and
I think
underwear.
she was trying to escape by any means necessary because she knew what would happen if she didn't. So I can't even fault her for that one. But yeah, there's definitely some seduction.
I think Nama's argument here has a point.
I'm just saying.
There's no underwear in space. You have to get naked underneath your costume.
Right?
Are you sure? Yes, that's the way I wrote it.
That's George
We're
Lucas.
all naked underneath our clothes.
She did mention something about that in the bikini chain costume that she had that the people behind her could see, everything.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, and the prequels, she rips her uniform when she rolls out of the speeder just in the right places, to show her belly button and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's a pretty convenient place to rip. You know what I mean? So, it wasn't the back of her outfit or anything.
Did they do that with Rey? I never paid attention because I never really found her all that attractive.
No, this was Natalie Portman. Oh, you mean did they do it with Rey? Not yet, but they may. Who knows?
Yeah, Natalie Portman when they got captured.
Oh yeah, she ripped her shirt. Now, I always thought they were trying to go more of the athletic kind of action scenes with Rey. She's doing a lot of running, a lot of jumping, kicking people in the face.
Jedi. She better be.
She's a hero, dude. She's a hero. She is less whiny of a character than Luke was when he was a Jedi.
But I want to pick up some power converters.
You don't know about that. She hasn't started the training yet.
I mean, just from what I've seen.
Well, she grew up by herself. Who's she going to complain to?
And the story, I know the story of the deaths, blah blah blah. But I am very intrigued to see who left her on that planet and why and what happened. You know what I mean? Like,
have you played
I
Star
want
Wars
to know.
Battlefront 2 yet?
Wait! Didn't that guy say that he left her on there? She even says you left me in a hole with a blaster and chewing gum or something like that. And
you're getting into
wrong movie, dude.
Buddy. You're cross-referencing.
Oh, well, maybe I am.
That's Rogue One.
Yeah, but wasn't that her? Wasn't that Rey?
No.
No.
That's Jane Urso or whatever hell her name was.
Yep.
Her dad's the one that built the
Death Star.
Oh yeah, you guys are right.
AFK, man.
Or design and whatever. I don't think he built it.
So if you played Battlefront 2, the campaign kind of hints towards some stuff that might be going down, but supposedly
don't tell me because I don't want to know.
The next DLC will have a little bit more.
Dude,
The
if they
missions-
ruin
the
the
missions on
movie
Star Wars
before it comes
Battlefront
out,
2.
Disney will burn their fucking ass to the ground. I'm telling you right now. So
Say
I know
what?
it doesn't. Disney will burn EA to the ground if they
They're
ruin
already
the movie
threatening
before they
them.
came out. I'm serious.
Disney wrote the storyline for the game
I was gonna say
that DICE created.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean,
The game.
I
don't know
like,
if you haven't read it yet. The game mission base is considered canon.
From what I heard about, I haven't played it, and I want to wait to play it to get it. But from what I've heard, is they promised an Empire look at Star Wars with this game, and have like the third mission, the MFR turns good or something like that, turns to the rebellion side or something.
Well, she sees what the Empire is. That's a great promise of the Empire's perspective of a game. I mean, when they turn to the good side 3 missions in. Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, well, I heard it was just really kind of generic, to be honest.
The story itself isn't anything jaw-dropping or anything like that, but there's bits and pieces here and there that you see that you're like, I wonder if. It doesn't really answer a whole lot of stuff. It leaves a few questions.
Yeah.
So basically, they put somebody on the cast.
Don't get your hopes up, though.
Try to make it as vague as possible for people.
I'm not going to
I mean, it's going to be a lot of people thinking about it and theory crafting as to what it actually means. But there are a few. It's a good mission, campaign-based game. I enjoyed it.
Oh, here we go.
Which game?
Battlefront 2.
It's getting a lot
there's a
of
name in there.
hello.
Flag right now.
Neptune. I'm healing.
Don't heal him. Not yet.
Seriously?
Not yet.
There he goes. He got it.
Wait until he gets some A's. Now you can heal him.
I have DA if I get aggro, dude.
And even if she doesn't want to learn the Force, she's the pilot of the Falcon with Chewie's sidekick. It's Chrome 1.
That is true.
That she can fix like crazy. Too.
The sidekick doesn't give much street cred.
Back to battle.
Sicknick says Rey is a great character because she's a woman and it's 20. Well, okay. I'm not going into that one. There's a lot of really good female characters.
I know where you're going with that, and I agree.
I don't.
To be honest,
I
agree.
Think these are all dead. Oh, I'm supposed to be nuking?
Don't. Okay, now you can nuke.
There's only 3 left, dude.
Well, it's because you guys been. Yeah.
They said too soon.
I was waiting. Yeah, I was waiting.
Rey is great because she. Oh, you already read that one. Rey is a fine character. I don't understand this dislike of her. At best, you could say she.
I don't understand why everybody freaking loves her.
Well, she said at
awesome.
best you could say that she and Luke have the exact same story, which isn't strictly true, but I agree in principle. I never said she was bad. I just said she wasn't particularly great. Like there's some characters that really bring you into a story, and I don't know.
What the hell ever? It's kind of dawned on me that my opinion is the minority. It is what it is. Nothing I can do.
You're allowed to have a minority
I find
opinion.
Finn more interesting than Rey.
Yeah, Finn could be cool. Although in the movie,
you're allowed to have a minority opinion.
Yeah, you weren't quite sure if you're gonna like him just yet. You weren't sure if he's gonna be a good guy or not.
Everyone, this is America, dude. You can think whatever you want.
Sicknick
and
says,
you can wear high heels while you do it if you want.
My favorite character is the Millennium Falcon. I guess that would be considered a character by now, right? It's been in so many movies. You see it and people, literally crap their pants. I think not what we were saying earlier. So, yeah, I guess you could go that route.
Well, I mean, even whenever, it even has character whenever they find it in the last movie.
Mm-hmm. They just need to put an AI in that thing like they do with the R2-D2 or C-3PO and just literally make it into a character now.
You mean like Kit and the Knight Rider?
Yeah. It'll be like, do that little background music. We're hunting for...
That's what they're there for, is to be the robots in the things.
Disguise?
I'm sorry, Chewie. I can't do that.
In disguise.
Robots in disguise?
Give her a Star Trek quiz. Does not compute.
Okay, we need to change subject, because,
Work capability is not available.
I gotta read the rest of the comments. Dantham says, as a huge fanboy, I can honestly say that his involvement in the movies was meaningless and bad, and he doesn't even remotely deserve the following he has unless you read the EU, which doesn't count anymore, according to Disney.
Who does he mean by he?
Who's he?
Yeah, that's what.
Who's he?
Boba Fett, I think.
He said he's a huge Fett fanboy, so I guess he's talking
about
Fett.
Yeah.
Well, just because something's not canon doesn't mean it's not enjoyable. The 3 books, the Bounty Hunter series, are amazing. Actually, you learn a lot about Bosk and about Boba Fett in those.
That's why Bosk
really
is
good.
so well liked as well.
Well, that's what he said in the movies, though. He said in the movies his involvement was meaningless, though. And
yeah, his involvement in the movies is nothing.
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, he captured Han Solo, but he needed Darth Vader to do it. You know what I mean? So that doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. He doesn't really do much of anything.
But he's the only one who was able to do it.
He doesn't have much of a presence in
the delivery
the
boy
original trilogy.
Yeah,
but he killed Greedo. So I mean, like that was another bounty hunter that didn't even get close to him.
Han Solo, dude.
What?
No, I'm just saying, like he captures Han Solo, and Han Solo had already killed one bounty hunter. So that's an achievement in its own right to not die and capture the guy.
Greedo wasn't a bounty hunter though.
I thought he was. He is in the video games.
Bounty hunter.
Not really. He's more.
He was there
to. Greedo is more of just a. I don't know if you consider him a bounty hunter or not.
They did.
He was there to click Han Solo, dude. That's why he said, "I won't turn you in." And if
he's
you
a
pay
minion.
me.
He's a minion for freaking.
He's getting paid.
What's his face? Jabba.
In the video game on the phone, the phone app game, he's labeled as a
that makes it
bounty
canon.
hunter.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's Disney.
Funny, but I do agree with you.
It's Disney.
He's a bounty hunter. I agree with you, but that is a funny point that you.
I'm just saying, like that's a game developed by Disney. It's a Star Wars game.
Your sources are legit.
I'm on your side, dude. I'm trying to keep up with you, man.
He's dead anyways. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he shot first.
Either way.
You're looking for Star Horror: The Rising of the Force. I imagine that's probably out there, to be honest. Not much else to say about that one. It's there, probably.
Downloading now.
I'm sure it is. Star Wars is kind of a hot topic tonight.
I guess. Yeah, people brought it up.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of viewers. They were watching. And they're like, "Oh, this guy doesn't even like Star Wars."
This guy's getting his damn information wrong.
You loser.
I know. Talk about Star Trek, and I'm right there with you, man.
But is
old school Star Trek. I should.
Two things to talk about Star Trek, sir. One is you need to do the VR of the bridge thing when you start your VR, please. That's my request. And then number two is Netflix has the animated series on Netflix of the Star with the original people's voices. You know.
I did see that. Yeah.
Number three is don't watch Discovery.
Discovery. Oh yeah, I only watched. As soon as they put it behind the paywall, I quit.
It was weird though. I watched I think 8 episodes now, and it follows the girl. Like it doesn't follow a ship like it normally does. It doesn't follow the crew. It follows her. They even did an entire episode where it was like Groundhog's Day on the engineer, and it was still following her. It was his episode, and it was still following her. It was the strangest thing ever. I've never seen anything done like that. So not a huge fan of Discovery.
Are you watching that legally through CBS? Channel?
Oh, completely 100% legal in everything that I do.
Invite the clerk.
Okay, just checking. Because I'm not paying for that CBS channel. I don't even
invite the cleric.
I'm trying to, but he's in front of like a gazillion bodies. So give me a second. There we go.
/target.
Oh no, I'm too lazy.
Hide clerk.
But yeah, the animated Star Trek series, the old one, is really entertaining. I'm on like the 4th episode. It's really good.
I wish they had done more for those, dude. Like they could have, because at the time there was a desire to see more of those were coming out. I got them on DVD, and that's when they were talking about maybe going back and doing more, because all you need is their voice, right? You can do the animation later on. You can make that in any form fashion you want, but those stories were so great. Those animated ones.
Wasn't the majority of the issue with Roddenberry himself, though?
Boy, he was dead at the time they were kind of doing the thing, so maybe his wife, I guess?
No, he didn't die until
after Next Generation?
Next Generation, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, after that, when they did the box set for the animated thing, there was, like, a desire to see more episodes for that.
I see what you're getting at.
And William Shatner was still alive, all those guys.
Even after he died, though, there were two guys that took over. They're the two guys that finished Generations, and they did Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and stuff like that, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you
can see the difference in Generations when those two dudes took over.
Mm-hmm. It got more violent. It's progressively gotten more and more violent as time goes on.
It sure as hell wasn't Farscape, or what the hell? What was the first one called?
You had Deep Space Nine, and then Voyager. And
the first episode of Generations.
Oh yeah, it was Farscape, 2-parter or whatever, where they meet Q for the first time in Riker, and they're trapped on that planet.
Every time I go to rewatch that show.
Was a show.
It's hard to watch that because Riker has no beard or goatee. Like, it's just like, wow, how young do you look on that thing? But and then you had like everybody's favorite character, Tasha Yar, that they brought back as like a Romulan. Didn't they do like a time travel episode too, where they explain why she's a Romulan and she gets left in the past?
How
like
she became, well, she was Tasha Yar's daughter.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was the same girl. It was her daughter. So yeah.
She hated her mother because she tried like escaping, and that's when she got killed. So got a tragic story all the way around with her. I don't know. I like the Next Generation ones. It seemed like there was a lot more exploration going on. Only person I didn't like on that show, to be honest, was Broccoli. His ordeal in the holodeck was just kind of got on my nerves after a while.
Farpoint Station, not Farscape. Farpoint Station.
Did you like those? Or were you a big fan of like the Next Gen, or did you like some of the later ones?
No, I like Next Gen. I like Deep Space Nine. I like Voyager. Enterprise is okay.
That time travel, man, kind of puts me off sometimes. Most of the time. And then that big reveal at the end of the season with Riker and the Next Generation thing. Like, I won't spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it already, but yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a slap in the face after you watch the whole thing.
For Next Generation, Tom?
No, for Enterprise. You don't remember?
I can't remember how it ends. I haven't watched Enterprise in forever. I'm working on Voyager right now.
Riker's trying to figure out whether he should disobey one of his superiors and tell somebody about something. I can't remember what it was. And
that's always Riker.
Yeah, he did that too for, I think, the cloaking device on one episode or something. I don't know. He didn't seem to like ever want to get out of Picard's shadow, which I can't blame him as an actor. If you get out of his shadow, you're no longer on the show. So,
well, for a character point, he never wanted to be the captain. He never wanted to be captain.
Datham says, "I'm not a giant Star Trek fan. Nothing against it, just never got into it. I understand the fans have a particular soft spot for DS9. Is that true? I guess there's fans out there for each and every one of the series."
I think of Star Trek fans, or Star Trek in general, the DS9 and Enterprise are probably the two that are least liked overall.
I think so. I think you're right on
I thought Enterprise was actually pretty good.
I thought so too. I mean, I enjoyed Enterprise. I'm not saying it's the best. No. My favorite of all the series is probably DS9, to be honest.
I like Picard.
That's just me.
Yeah, I like Picard on mine. I loved Scott Bakula in Quantum Leap. I didn't like him as a Star Trek captain. He seemed like he was always confused on who he was. Unsure
of himself.
Yeah, he seemed like he had just jumped into the captain's chair and was like playing Quantum Leap again.
But the Beagle was awesome.
The what was?
The Beagle.
Oh, his dog. Yeah, he had a thing against cheese or something. Yeah, Porthos.
Porthos, there you go.
Voyager was my favorite, man.
You know what, Chip? Since I'm not tanking, I'm gonna go ahead and give your funky tunic back before I forget.
Yeah, okay, hand it right to him right now. There you go.
Who is you?
Too late.
Who is?
Too late.
Who is your thing in Voyager, man? Were you like a Neelix fan or a Tom Paris or what?
Believe it or not, the Doctor was my favorite character.
Same here. Yeah, I like the Doctor a lot.
He's a good guy. He actually travels to museums and big openings, and he does all the science stuff. So
he was on the Orville, man. He made a appearance on the Emma.
One of the new episodes, because I haven't watched the last 3. So
he is what's her name's dad, Jar Pickles chick, the strong security officer. What's her name?
Oh, the little girl.
Yeah. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Pickles chick? What?
He always says to her, "Help me open this jar of pickles," and she knocks the wall out.
I hadn't seen that part yet. I did like the.
They do that in 5 different episodes.
I didn't like the one character at first that was married to the other guy, and then later on they introduced the fact that he can eat anything, and they're like, "Here, I'm gonna go get a bottle of nails, and we're gonna see you eat that stuff." Like, this is a thing. It's going on. I keep waiting for him to go back to that. I thought that was hilarious.
Well, they said there's going to be a season 2, so maybe.
They just had the one. Well, you haven't seen it yet, so I'm not gonna say
Oh,
it.
you can talk about it, man. The enjoyment for me is just watching it, even if I know what's going to happen.
Well, they had one of the characters go inside of him to get a piece of him out.
The way you phrase that.
It's exactly what happened, dude.
It's exactly what happened.
Jeez.
Well, you didn't see the Blue Guy episode either, then, obviously. If
Oh,
you're talking about that.
The Blue Guy episode was awesome.
Y'all got issues.
That show has issues, dude.
It's done for the season, right?
Yeah. They
Oh,
had
no way.
I'm gonna go
last
binge
Thursday.
watch it then.
What, like 12 episodes?
No, if you got
9, maybe?
cable, you could just go on, what's it called? The, the replay one or whatever it is. It's on there for free.
It's called binge watching. I'm gonna watch all of the episodes at once.
Yeah.
This really short season. I remember seasons were like 24 to 36 episodes. It was like
No, they
really short.
they said that this is gonna be a short one, regardless, because they weren't sure if they're gonna bring it back, but they're talking about doing it.
That was then. This is now.
Yeah.
It's either 14 or 15, and they actually lessened it by one episode. I don't know why, but they took one.
You get a bunch of shows that are like that, though. Like, History Channel has a bunch of shows that are like that. 10, 15 episodes. Vikings is one of those.
I missed my 24 episodes, dude. Like, I liked having that number in there because it seemed like a great amount for a story. Like 12
that is
episodes.
A lot.
Not very many shows that do that anymore.
There used to be someone like 36.
Of investment, though.
They used to have like 36 episodes in a season.
Yeah. I've been watching Dexter, and I guess if you were to say half them into 30-minute episodes, then you would have that. But in it's their hour-long episodes, and you get 12 of them. I don't know. I think 12 hours of watching a show is a lot of time.
Yeah, if you're watching it all at once, but the whole thing is you have to wait a whole week to watch another one.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Here comes the pain.
Did anybody watch Firefly? I loved Firefly. I was
pissed.
Yeah, I was sorry to see it go. And the movie, I was really, really hoping would make a comeback.
Serenity?
Yeah. And instead, they killed off, like, the characters I liked.
I did not enjoy the movie at all,
right?
Really.
Like, they killed off the people. Like, what the crap, dude? I know they're not going to make another season, but I don't know. The writer, the guy who came up with it is a big fan of it himself. Like, he wants to do more. It's just like everybody else, finding the money for it and everything. So, I don't know.
The main character, what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name. Like in real life, plays Castle and stuff.
Yeah, he did Dr. Horrible Sing Along, and
he voices a lot of games.
Yeah, he's in Destiny.
Yeah, he's Kate 6.
Mm-hmm. So, like, he could do it.
Okay.
He was in Halo 5 as another main character, not a playable character, but still. They use his likeness in Halo 5 as well.
I don't know. That was a good series, though, man. It really kind of brought you back to the old... Like, they even said it was going to be an Old West set in space. And they pulled it off. It felt like that. And when they went to a planet, it seemed chaotic at first, and then they try to explain the rules, and it kind of made sense. Like, as they got into even the movie, and they explained a little bit more of the rules of, the civilization versus the ones that are a little further out. Kind of added a little bit more to the story, so... But yeah, not enough time to get into River's whole character and who the guys are with the blue gloves on, and what their ultimate goal was, and yada yada yada. So
I'll tell you a show that I actually wasn't playing any games for a while, man, because of work a lot, but I was also watching Netflix all the time. Is Stranger Things, and I will binge watch the hell out of that, man. I don't know if any of you guys watch that yet or not.
I actually didn't care for it. Because I watched it. Well, I think I went into it. I think it's one of those cases where, like, it's so hyped, you go in with high expectations, and then it doesn't really meet your expectations.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
I couldn't watch more than just 1 or 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah, I didn't finish.
I haven't gotten through season 1.
What? I didn't finish it because I just lost interest.
Wow.
In what?
I did the same thing. It was so hyped up by everybody else. I mean, you see it in the media.
And everybody calls it like so nostalgic and everything. And I'm just kind of like, the only
You're a 90s baby, dude.
I think they should. Well, no, I think they should have done like more of a film effect to make it look more 80s.
Stranger Things. For those of us who haven't seen it, what exactly is that show about? Just kind of give us a brief overview.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Goonies, but with sci-fi in the 80s, kind of a thing. I guess would be the easiest way to. So kind of like that.
Every episode they're solving a mystery, or like Scooby-Doo
no,
kind of thing, or what?
No. It's just
you said Goonies.
It's got the feel of the Goonies, the party. You know what I mean? Like the kids. Mm-hmm. It's got that feel, and it's nostalgia of the 80s. But then there's like a sci-fi thing happening around them.
Yeah, it's one big major plot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like a movie broke up into 2 seasons.
And it's pretty good?
I thought it was excellent.
Let's check it out then.
I thought Stranger
kept me
Things
away from
was
gaming
kind
for
of
like a
like
week.
remaking the different movies of the time, like E.T. and that kind of stuff.
No, this is like at least the first 2 seasons was the same story, pretty much. And the same group, you know what I mean, of people. And almost like 2 movies, you know what I mean, like put together, kind of.
From says it's nostalgic because it's set in the 80s, duh.
No, but my point is
she
that...
She was born in like 91, dude.
No, my point... I've seen 80s movies and stuff, come on. But my point is that...
It's not filmed as if it was in the 80s.
Yeah, that's my point.
Oh, you want to know like
just
that?
They're wearing costumes.
You wanted to go click as a fucking movie.
No, she like the reddish like tint that they used to have to the 80 movies that we used to film, right? Like that kind of.
The only thing that really just like screams 80s is really the intro.
No, the bikes, dude. When's the last time you seen a banana seat bike?
Oh man, I used to love those, dude.
So pretty much what you're saying is that the clothing and the props are 80s, but the
houses, the cars, the music, the bikes.
Yeah.
Cinematography isn't on point.
It's like look at Dazed and Confused. It wasn't filmed in the 60s and 70s, but the way it's filmed makes you feel like it was.
Yeah.
That movie is classic cinematography. On a very low budget.
Training coming. Way stand up. Datham says actually Crack did a thing about Stranger Things as well. They did use a lot of lighting effects and angles that were really common in movies of the 80s, particularly what Spielberg used and such. So yeah, maybe there was more to it.
They downplay their cameras a little bit.
I loved it. Mm-hmm. I got a biscuit in my mouth, sorry. Excuse me.
It's code word, guys.
By the way, no. I was born in 87. I'm not a 90s baby.
Oh my
God. I'm a 90s kid.
You were 3 by the time the 80s were over, ma'am.
That doesn't matter. I fucking watched movies from the 80s. They played them all the time on the TV in the 90s.
Yeah, because the 90s really didn't come up with anything, guys.
Did you watch Gilligan's Island growing up?
Yeah, the 90s for the 90s had the music.
The music?
That's exactly what Chupa said. That's the point I was trying to make.
Why you always gotta agree with Chupa?
Because Chupa
Can't you just agree with me once?
No, you are.
No, you guys are married.
Once you start, with you anymore. Once you start being right, you'll be all right. There, no, you know what I mean?
Whoever you are.
Once again, what Chupa says. Maybe I agree with him all the time because, he gets it.
Dude, you're just in the 90s Spider-Man series? The animated one, you mean?
I hope you mean the animated series.
Yeah, I was going to say...
You want this bar?
I like to argue with you, Nonal.
The Batman animated series.
And you like it when I do it.
I really like the X-Men animated series. It was really
I went back and watched those again. Holy cow, they were done horribly.
Oh, were they? As a kid, they were good.
Oh, as a kid, it was awesome. Yeah, but when you watch them as an adult and you get a notion of what films and how cartoons are supposed to roll and timing and storytelling and those kind of things, and you go back and you look at the original X-Men cartoon from that time period, Spider-Man cartoon from that time period, a lot of them, and you're like, bro, they chopped the shit out of these. They left like a good 8 minutes on the floor.
Oh yeah, I bet they made a lot of mistakes in those.
I just watched a new Spider-Man just the other day, guys. I thought it was okay. I didn't fall in love with it or anything, but this Bart's coming to join us, AC, if you wouldn't mind inviting him when he's here.
Which one?
An EQable?
Oh, okay. That show was great, yeah, the animated one, so that's the one he was talking
about.
The Batman series at the time frame, the animated one, was freaking phenomenal.
The Batman kind of reminded me a lot of, like, Gargoyles. Did you ever watch that one?
Yes.
I thought
that was a good one too. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I don't know if I went back and watched that one again, but
I was upset that they stopped it when they did.
Yeah, it could have kept going
abruptly. The new one I'm looking forward to seeing again is the what is it? Young Justice.
Haven't heard of that one. What's that one about?
It's
like a Young Justice League.
Justice League has sidekicks, right? Red Arrow, Aqualad, Robin. The Bard. It's Teen Titans, but not Teen Titans.
They did an animated movie not too long ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, where it was the new guys taking over for, I think it was Iron Man. He was really old, and they had one of the Arrow guys. I don't remember which one he was.
Hawkeye.
Might have been Hawkeye.
Yeah, it's Hawkeye's son. It's what is it called?
It was like
That's
young.
A Marvel.
Yeah, it was like Young
It's
Heroes
a Marvel
or something. But it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Would like to see them kind of go down that route, but the whole world was like encompassed by some big bad guy, and I don't know how much you could actually do that in a movie. You know, like in a movie, you kind of want there to be some, at least in the new ones for Marvel, it seems like they want to have it in like present day and not like when the world has been destroyed.
It was Ultron.
Voltron?
Ultron.
Oh,
that's another good show. You can watch that one, Voltron.
So yeah, and that one, it's
I watched.
That was 90s terror.
No, it's new. They just came out with one.
No,
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Came out though in the 90s. Actually, it probably came out earlier in the 80s from Japan.
The old one, not the new one.
I don't even know about the old one or the new one. I guess I didn't realize they made a new one.
What movie?
I only remember the old one.
Voltron? Mm-hmm. There's a new one on Netflix.
No, that's the one I was telling them about.
Yeah.
Is it worth watching?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. There's like 2 or 3 seasons out right now, I think. I think it's 3. So the movie you're talking about, AC, with the Young Avengers, it's called Next Avengers.
Ah, there you go. I really like that one because they showed like Iron Man's island, fortress, whatever it is. You know, like it's all the way out there by itself, and he has like all these suits, and he's been there forever, and you get to see a little bit more of his tech. And he's not Tony Stark Iron Man. He's not like this playboy anymore. He's more of like a recluse.
He's old.
Yeah.
Because it's future based. The Avengers had kids, and Ultron comes after them, and they send them off to go hide. Tony takes care of them. It's good. I mean, that's a good animated series too, or animated movie, excuse me.
Yeah. They do a lot of animated movies for Batman though, and they're kind of hit and miss. I watched one where it was 4 stories of the same thing, like the kids are talking about how they all met Batman that day. Yeah,
it's different directors and different animators.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
That was really good. Gotham Knight or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
I like it when they change it up. It's almost like Quentin Tarantino when he did Kill Bill. Like just all of a sudden it's anime, in there or something.
Yeah. The new series that they have going on with the Batman is animated movie wise. It's really good.
I haven't watched any of the new ones. I haven't meaning to, but...
The Killing Joke was pretty good. Definitely a movie you want to watch out. What age you let your kids watch it?
Batman is always kind of dark.
Yeah, but The Killing Joke takes a twist, bro. It's watch it before you let your kids watch it.
Datham says, for real though, Logan was a really good movie. They finally gave Wolverine the R-rated flick his character needed to fully come out.
And then they killed him.
Oh, come on, you just ruined it for everybody out there. Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father. Dun dun dun.
Dude, that's like been out for a year. I don't want to hear that crap.
There's definitely somebody out there who watched that one yet.
No, they'll get over it.
Damn it, no.
It's a great movie if you like seeing Logan sleep like an old man.
Yeah, it was okay.
They did have some great action scenes in that. The kid, Oh my god, she was
Oh, the kid
amazing.
was awesome.
Yeah,
She
she
was
was
good.
amazing. More of that, please.
I honestly think
Show me that.
With the problem with the X-Men franchise and all the characters, I guess, with Fox, is just the fact that there's so many inconsistencies throughout.
Because it's been through how many hands, you know, like throughout the generations, they've changed it so many times.
Yeah, exactly.
And they've even changed it themselves. Wolverine fighting his brother on the giant radioactive tower, and then they just erase that movie altogether and get rid of Deadpool and bring it back later on. So,
yeah.
I crushed.
I'm out of mana. So I'm mealing.
Go start, bro.
Are we supposed to hit these things yet, or are we still waiting?
We're hitting them one at a time, it looks like.
Do you want mana regen? Because he can give you it.
Yeah, that'd be great for sure.
I wouldn't mind it.
He was casting it.
I wouldn't say no. Oh, I gotta turn tank on. Cheesy peas. That one I was hitting done.
Inconsistency, that's a hallmark of any long-running comic universe. Anachronisms are in the lifeblood of comic universe.
Well, I get the comics. I get the inconsistencies in comics because you always have rerolls. I understand that.
And you have like the evil version of the universe.
When one movie company holds the reins and controls all these characters and decide to bastardize it themselves within an 8-year period, that's poor.
Talk about Spider-Man now?
Even that,
Logan.
Sony.
Oh, well, you know, Spider-Man, I think the main reason on that one is they just wanted to keep control over it. They had to move it.
That's all it is. They call same thing with Fantastic Four. Sony just pumps out a movie because they want to keep the control for it. That's all.
For the merchandise.
Yep. Merchandise. Haven't you watched freaking Spaceballs?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Who hasn't seen Spaceballs?
But the sad thing is, I think the kid that played Spider-Man in this new one was great. I just didn't like... the story wasn't terrible. I just didn't like the... I don't want to give anything away, but I didn't like kind of how they did it, the story. You know what I mean?
I thought they should have changed the name to Iron Man
The involvement
and Spider-Man.
of the Stark?
No, just Iron Man and
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Give Iron Man the first title because it's more
There's
Iron
still a
Man
reason
than
why they did it, though, yeah.
Well, it's Disney. I think they worked out a deal, at least the story I heard, they worked out a deal where Disney would write the movie, produce a movie that people actually wanted to watch, and they get to keep their hold over Spider-Man.
Yep, they had the publishing rights still.
And Disney was like, well, if you're going to give us complete control, why not write a movie that incorporates one of our characters so we can make more money? So let's bring Iron Man, and everybody loves that guy. And instead of having a Spider-Man movie, you had a Iron Man movie with a little bit of Spider-Man thrown in.
It puts a Spider-Man movie in the same universe as the MCU, though. So that way, for later on down in the future, they can do cross characterization if they wanted to.
But they've already done that when they brought him over to the Avenger movies.
Well, he'll be there for the whatever.
That was part of the deal.
The glove, Infinity Gauntlet, or whatever.
Yeah, that was part of the deal. That was the first step, obviously. Any villain in this Spider-Man universe can be utilized throughout the Marvel MCU if they wanted to, and vice versa.
I mean, I love Spider-Man walking the old lady across the street or giving out directions. Like, that was classic Spider-Man. I love that part.
That's classic neighborhood Spider-Man,
yeah. Like, when he's just starting out, he's doing his thing. But then they bring in, like, Iron Man, and I'm like, what is this? This is not what I wanted to watch.
That's a twist.
I don't mind Iron Man being there and like, coaching or helping him. But the like, how he helps him, like, I don't want to give anything.
The suit, I think everybody knows about the suit by now, yeah.
Yeah, dude, the suit went too far. Like, yeah, give him a suit, but don't give him one that's, a tech suit. That's what was horrible.
Well, in Spider-Man, he was smart enough to create his own thing. Like, I understand he didn't have the money. He was kind of like always...
He's like 15 years old, though, so he doesn't have the resources just yet. He's making his own weapon in his lab.
But he knew how.
Lab class. But yeah, eventually he learns how to.
Just give him a suit.
It just, like I said, they just...
spiders and shit that makes his ass warm, and
you know what I mean? The gun just a little too fast is what it is.
I mean, if you're going to make a suit that makes my ass warm, I'll take it, right? Like, why would you turn that down? But, like, maybe the rest of my body, too? Like, just my butt is not the only part that gets cold.
Didn't you see that part in the movie where it warmed his butt?
No, I didn't see that. Did it actually do it?
It dries him out.
Oh, yeah, it dries him out. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Fun fact, Alan Moore hated the Killing Joke. He has tried to distance himself from it since making it. That's kind of sad. I mean, I understand they all have their own opinions and they're entitled to them, but as a fan, somebody who watches something, I haven't actually seen that one, but it sounds like Chupa really liked it. It kind of takes something a little away from it when you find out the people who did it don't.
It was different. It was different. It's a different side of things. I mean, it's a dark novel. It's a graphic novel, is what it's based on. And yeah, it goes there.
I heard the same thing about the guy who did the movie that me and Nana were talking about a while back, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. He didn't really like that movie either. He tried to distance himself from it. He's done a lot of stuff since, but he finally, I think at his age was like, I appreciate the fact that I made something that's so loved by so many people.
Yeah.
Because it is still to this day like one of those cult classics. It's almost
it's
like
a cult classic. It really is. Yeah.
It's right there with Evil Dead. People still get so excited about the. Oh, Donald's back.
Huh?
Hey,
or not Donald. Cypher.
Cypher?
say what now?
Where'd you go, Donald?
I am leaving soon though. Don't worry, Tara. I gotta be up in like
Communist.
a little bit over 5 hours.
Oh my goodness! Actually, folks, I gotta roll out, dude.
Well, I wasn't trying to do that. I apologize.
No. We knew
Chupa,
that you guys
don't
could
leave
stay
yet,
on.
Chupa. I got like 10 minutes and then I'm out. That'll give me 5
Yeah,
hours.
exactly. I'm in the same boat.
Don't leave me with these losers.
Sorry.
I mean,
Wow.
you could just argue with me. Oh, wait, she took my side for once. Yay. Wait.
Talking about Chupa.
Wow.
Oh.
But hey, you're leaving too, so. Who will I argue with?
You win. I'm pulling something over here.
Let's see. Alan Moore wrote
You
the
win
graphic
some, you lose
novel. He said it was something that I thought was clumsy, misjudged, and had no real human importance. It was just about a couple of licensed DC characters that didn't really relate to the world in any way. It's pretty harsh.
Where are you hurt, Cypher?
Huh?
What'd you do while you're linked in? You're hurt, buddy.
I don't know. It might have been that a lot of mobs were pulled, and I might have been sitting down or something at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Tara was, touching you in a very inappropriate way.
Oh. What?
Lies
How
and
dare you.
slander.
Wait, you have an eye patch? Holy crap! Are you all right?
He does now.
No, she does. She only has one eye. Oh no, that's not an eye patch. It's a nose guard. That's weird. I thought you had an eye.
All right, y'all have a
Nowadays,
good
he
night.
say something so vile about me.
All right,
I'm
Chupa.
creeping
What
out.
did I do to him?
Night, man.
Oh, incoming.
Nice,
Oh,
sir.
Chupa.
See you, Choops.
Take care, everybody. Hopefully, I should be on tomorrow sometime. Everything works out.
All right. I don't know if I'll be able to be on tomorrow or not yet. My schedule's still kind of in the air, but hopefully after work.
You take care of you, sir.
Yeah, you gotta be on, dude.
I want to be. I want to sit back and relax and have some fun for a little while, but
How are
I
you?
was playing Destiny 2 tomorrow anyway, so don't worry about it.
I gotta get my Christmas tree tomorrow, man.
You went to do that today.
No, I got my house ready for I had to move furniture and put the stand up, and
You
so
getting
I guess
what?
I'll get.
You getting a real
You're
one?
so full of shit,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, we're gonna go cut it down, dude.
You're
Lies.
You already knew
full
this,
of
Chupa.
shit.
Dude, I was okay. Here's the
Lies.
thing: I was going to go get my tree today after I did all that, and
So that's
Uh-huh.
so I was right.
Changed
You
the
went to
plan.
go get it and just didn't get it.
I think I'm lost.
Well, apparently he
Pictures.
has to
You
cut it
turn
down.
around.
So
Wrong
like,
turn.
that's
Yeah, we have to cut it down. That takes like a day.
Dude, just plant one in a pot and every year bring it in.
That would be awesome, actually.
I don't
It
know.
would be. Do it.
They
See?
grow that tall.
Patent
here,
pending.
but
We don't get a big one, but we do always get a live one,
You gotta stick it to
like
the ceiling.
5 foot. No, we put Yoda on top of it.
None of that hipster shit.
It's a new fad that I heard about that I thought was a joke at first, but no, apparently people were sticking it to their ceilings. So.
Oh, I did
Upside down
hear something
trees.
about that.
Yeah, it's so common now. It's stupid.
So what now? What?
You haven't heard of that?
Yeah, people
Sit down.
were putting it upside down, man. It gets all the bugs out, makes it easy to water. You just spray up at it, and I have no
I don't
idea.
know
You
if
water
that's
something
the
like
idea.
that.
Oh, you're gonna die! You're gonna
I
die!
don't think AC knows how the world works.
Doesn't water stay
gotta-
up when you spray it?
You gotta
Oh,
put a
yeah.
hole in your ceiling
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah, dude, that's totally what
It doesn't
happens.
come back down. That'd be nuts.
Gravity has no hold on water.
Nah, the same thing with the tree. You can just put it up there nice and easy. A little bit of Velcro and it stays up there.
Yeah, that's totally how the world works.
Self-tapping screws helps.
I imagine you have to put some kind of holes in your roof to keep that thing. I don't know. I don't think I could ever do it. That'd be too weird. I grew up with it on the floor. Old-fashioned.
Yeah, you must be old, dude, if your tree's on the floor.
I know, right?
I mean,
The world is flat.
it just
No,
Oh my
it's
God,
actually a
dude.
giant rippled potato.
Please don't
With
go
ridges?
there again.
It's a Lay's potato
Nigga.
chip.
What's wrong with potato chips, dude?
Nothing, man. That's what the world is made of.
Why is that even a thing coming back this year? It just sounds so ridiculous.
What the world is
What,
flat?
ruffles have ridges?
Yeah, no, flat. The flat world. What? How is that even being talked about in 2017, almost 2018?
How do you not believe it, dude? It's been
We never
proven.
landed on the moon either,
Do
dude.
you believe it?
It's been
dude?
proven by scientists, man. It's like the most.
It has been
I was
proven
about to
by
say something,
scientists that
but-
we are on a sphere.
It's on the
Yes.
internet, dude. Like everything on the internet is completely 100% true.
Uh-huh.
I was about to say something, but I don't want to drop a grenade in AC's chat before I roll out. I'll type it in Skype.
Throw that grenade, man.
Why would they make maps flat, dude, if the world was not
Exactly.
flat? See what I'm saying?
Because that
Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
cannot operate on a spherical map as far as coordinates go.
There's GPSs. Dude.
Yo.
You don't even need to make a flat map. They just make.
But the GPS, that's a thing.
Actually, the flat map does distort. I believe it's like North America and another
It
country.
distorts the further north and south you go.
Yeah, makes them look bigger than they actually are.
Yep.
Unless
You
you
gotta
get
fill
one of
those
those.
voids somehow.
Well, if you get one of those
Snap.
new maps, I think it takes an advantage of it. It makes the United States look super small. So that's probably why we never switched over to it. But
Does anybody want 226 copper?
No.
Oh, dude.
rolling in some dough, man.
Yeah, dude. 226 copper. I'm loaded.
Gonna give away the copper I gave you?
I kept one. I assume it's the one you gave me. I hope.
Kind of.
Oh my gosh!
Kind of curious to see what this grenade is that you got.
What grenade?
Yeah, where's that grenade? Oh, wait.
Oh.
It has
Look at that.
just come across the wire.
Yeah, it's probably good that you put it in there because I can't read that. That would go down
Oh,
like
yeah.
a
I said
very
nothing.
very sticky rabbit hole on stream, and
I
That
said
is-
nothing.
I-
said I
Truth
can't.
is stranger than fiction, huh?
I can't say anything, so
I
good
had
night.
I had Super Bits and Bob on one of my streams, and he brought that up too. He's just like, "Hey, what do you think about going on with that whole stuff over there?" And I'm like, music? You guys like music?"
It's cold
It's
outside.
like,
That's not that big of a deal to say it. I mean, I don't know. I won't say it, but I think that big.
Yeah, it's not that big of a. Nobody wants to repeat it.
It's not that big a deal, but I
Not
won't
the
say it.
statement itself, more so the person.
Nah. You're government. You have to be careful.
I'm not saying shit. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I don't know what government you're talking
I
about,
deny
sir.
everything.
Donald, don't touch the grenade. Get away from it.
You
Don't
can
think
lie.
Doom's
not here.
Oh, by the way, let's talk on another subject real quick. Net neutrality.
Shut up.
Oh man, I really, really wish that would go away, but it's not gonna.
I mean, that's being voted on what, the 14th of December.
Yeah, look who's in charge of that, though. By the way, the guy who wants to get rid of it
Yeah.
more than anybody else on the planet.
Well, you know what it is it turns us into a third world country, because that's how third world countries control their people, is by what they allow people to see.
I mean, I'm right there with you, man.
I don't understand how the FCC even has a play in that.
I don't understand how he could even convince other people that this is a thing that needs to happen.
Money, money,
It
money,
doesn't.
man.
It doesn't. The fact that this does not go over airways, FCC shouldn't touch it.
Yeah, it's true.
FCC controls the airways to make sure that first responders, airlines, and all that stuff, they have the frequencies that they are required to have. That's what the FCC is for, not this.
Isn't it technically they're doing less with it if they get, if they change it?
No, I mean,
no.
What they're doing,
they are taking full control over it.
Yeah.
And I thought they were giving control to like Time Warner Cable.
They are, and AT&T,
they are,
and Comcast.
Yeah, but that means
doing
that
gives them
companies can
full
choke
control.
us out.
Right, and so like Amazon, who gets a lot of traffic, or Netflix that gets a lot of traffic, they have to pay through the nose to make sure that people can actually connect to their site, which is why I'm actually surprised that it's going through, or probably going to go through, because Amazon, Netflix, YouTube, like they're all big companies that have tons of money, and they know that they're going to be paying through the nose. Like they don't want this thing to happen.
Oh, and if you want to get to those sites, you need to get these high-end packages.
Or charging through the nose. Yeah. I mean,
it's
maybe
the
they have ways to charge.
way that cable TV works currently. You want HBO and Cinemax and all that stuff, you got to pay a premium.
And it's trickled down, because if you have that means that YouTube isn't being viewed as much. So YouTube's going to pay, or want people to pay so that they can be viewed. That kind of stuff is going to be ripples.
So
I was watching a streamer last week, and he wants neutrality of the pass, and I didn't understand it. And I'm like, dude, why do you want? Well, I want more even bandwidth, this, that, and the others. Like, this is going to take all that stuff away. You're going to pay out the ass to get what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now, the way
you think
it's
bad now
is even. Like, it is even, because they can't technically or legally give anybody priority treatment over anybody else, unless maybe you're talking about the government. But as far as like AT&T, they can't give Netflix more bandwidth over.
But you
Amazon.
pay, so like you were talking about government circuits and all this stuff. You pay for that service. You're paying for, this might be your glass as far as fiber. This might be yours, but I am paying for you to maintain this for me, and I will pay prime money for you to take care of me first.
Well, no, and that's just so that you yourself, the company, has the bandwidth if 1,000 or 1,000,000 or 10 million people want to connect to their website at any given time. But if this thing goes through, they can block you from even being able to go to those sites, or lower the bandwidth so low that you sit there for 1,000,000 years trying to load one website and just get tired of trying. So they will be able to
tired of trying, and then pay for the next package, and you'll get there faster.
Yeah, it's absolutely bogus. I mean, this is going to be the worst thing that happens to us if it does go through.
The only thing that I can say, though, is if it does go through, there's going to be so many people that are upset the next day, because then a lot of people don't understand what it is. But the moment it goes through, they're going to understand what it is, and they're going to be very upset, because everybody lives on their phone. Everybody lives on a tablet, and the moment you take that away from them, they're going to be like, they're going to look up at the world and be like, what just happened? Let's fix this. Or governor, my governor or mayor needs to do something. Yeah, senator, somebody. They're going to be yelling and screaming. They're not going to be able to go on their phone and write a letter, because they can't connect to any websites anymore. But, they're going to be yelling and screaming at somebody.
Well, you can call your government officials or email them. You can also contact the FCC chairman directly.
You could,
of course, you're gonna get a phone, or you're gonna have to leave a message.
Right.
But
you're an idiot.
You can only email if you can log into Yahoo, and hopefully they paid the astronomical price that they're asking for.
Oh no, what I'm saying is before it gets passed.
Oh, and there's a lot of YouTubers that have links. You know what I mean? If you YouTube it, there's a lot of people doing stories, got links. Steam actually has a link on their homepage if you go to Steam saying click here to support, you know what I mean, the bill or whatever it is. So, or to save it, I guess is how to word it. There's a lot of people behind it right now.
I'm a little salty or jaded on that one. I think you could read all the emails you want. It's going to get passed regardless because of the guy who's involved in it.
There's 5 people that vote.
What's his name? Is it Edit Pie or something like that?
Yeah, but there's 5 people that vote. 2 said they're going to vote it through. Well, 2 said they weren't, and then he's the deciding vote. And he's already said several times he's not changing his mind no matter what.
Yeah, so it's going to go through.
Yeah, it's going to go through. And one of the people that's voting against it actually came out and made a statement saying, please contact whoever you can. Send as many emails, as many calls as you can, because I do not want this to pass. I am voting against it. This is a horrible mistake that we're even voting on it. So,
yeah.
The fact that that means, again, the FCC, seriously.
No, I agree, but,
no
what do? You can't be like, you guys shouldn't be doing that, I don't have that kind of power. Maybe the president could come out and be like, you guys don't have the power to do this, and people would listen, but, he's
he appointed.
I know.
Yeah, he's the one that asked for it.
That's why he's not.
Well, I don't know if he appointed him so he would do it. You never know, but he could have. But he did appoint the guy who's going to do it. So it's definitely not going to be good PR for him in the end if it all goes down.
Good PR for him? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't really care about PR, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's good PR. That's be something new.
Yeah. The government, unfortunately, is not EA. They will not backpedal if they piss people.
EA doesn't backpedal either, man. Like, they lowered the price that you needed for those characters, and then lowered the amount of money you got per mission for succeeding. So, like, you're still doing like the 30-40 hours you needed for every character.
That wasn't out.
The loot boxes are gone though.
Yeah, they're actually thinking about not bringing them back.
Yeah, that was the main
talked
thing
about that.
At first, they just left it out there so that way they could if they wanted to, but they've gotten so much grief and heat from it. If they bring it back, it's going to be a mistake.
And I haven't seen it yet, but I saw one YouTuber say that the game's being found for $39.99 already. So I don't know if that's true or not. So,
Destiny 2 is.
Why did it? Is that going up or down?
That's
$20 off.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't give you a lot of hope for longevity, anyways. You know, if they're lowering the price after only been out for.
They said it was 4 months sooner or 5 months sooner, something like that, than what Battlefield 1 when they dropped their price.
Yeah, they
4 months
wanted
quicker.
They want to go definitely past the holidays for it. They wanted to get into like January, February time frame before they had to. The sales are stagnant, man. People were canceling pre-orders.
That's what all the YouTubers were telling people to do, man.
They were canceling pre-orders. The freaking Origin site removed the cancel pre-order button off of their page. You had to call.
Wow.
People have been taking them back to GameStop too. This is what I heard too.
That sucks, dude. Why make it harder on your fans and the people you're selling it to?
To cancel it?
I heard with that it's just a weird. Origin has kind of a weird way of canceling pre-orders. It's freaking Origin. It's not intuitive.
Yeah, it's not. They make it as convoluted as possible because if they make it difficult for the person to try to do it, if you have to pick up the phone and call, the majority of folks aren't going to do it.
But you leave a bad taste in people's mouth.
You do, but you had their money.
Coming out, people were like freaking out, like, oh, they took away our option to cancel pre-orders, and
no, they just removed the button. Call.
No, because I'm subscribed to people who have been talking about this stuff nonstop, and like the next day they came out saying, oh no, they didn't actually do it, but it's just some weird thing with Origin. Yeah, I can't even remember. That's how convoluted it is. I can't even remember all the details because I just remember like listening to it and just like, wow, it's just really dumb. Origin is just stupid. Now I remember why I don't like using them.
It was designed by.
I don't use them that often either, man. It's more Steam, I think, that rules all of them. But there's fanboys for Origin too. So I mean, it depends on what games you play.
If you wanted to do a digital download, that's the only way you can do it for that game on a computer. Yeah. For any EA game on a computer, Origin's the only way you can go.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, man, you think you would work these deals out with each other and have them Steam ported over to Origin, but I understand their competition, so that's why they don't do it.
Yeah, they'd have to pay Steam to host it for them and be able to do that and blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing. I mean, look what Disney's doing to Netflix next year.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready to go,
They're pulling all their stuff off of Netflix next year.
All right, Nightman, let us know how that Christmas tree goes, man. Take a picture if you can.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do tomorrow. But anyways, and I got to be up in like 5 hours.
That means he's not doing it till Thursday because he's going to find some reason to cancel it tomorrow, too.
Let's just say there wasn't a reason I couldn't do it today. So tomorrow's the day. So hopefully.
Does it involve a lady?
No.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Okay then. That's weird. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
Night, man.
Yeah, I want to roll out to you guys. You guys have a good one.
Night.
I've been jib-jabbing too much.
All right, night, Juba.
You guys have a good one. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow if I'm feeling kosher.
All right, so it's just me, Cypher, and Terry. You guys think we could stay here and keep killing? Because we don't have a cleric anymore.
As long as we keep getting PL'd, I guess. But, if we need any snap heals, I can't really do that for you.
I'll keep evac up just in case. But yeah, I know Disney was getting into the whole movie thing as well with Netflix and what's that other one? They get like the newer episodes for like 3 days. Hulu, yeah, there you go. But there's so many places to watch things online, and HBO's starting to create their channel on there where you can get it for like $5 a month, and I guess Showtime and all those other guys are gonna follow suit eventually. But everything's moving to being online. That's a lot of competition, so we'll see how it goes. But hopefully YouTube will be around for a long time, and you guys can watch all the craziness that we get up to. The crazy conversations we have about who can pick up Thor's hammer, even if it's in an elevator or in 0G. I think we talked about that once.
I'm not part of those stupid conversations.
No, we just talk about whether Rey is a sexy girl or not. But
no, I don't have that conversation. You do. I don't care how she looks.
Somebody thought
I'm a woman. I don't care about that.
She had a horse face or something. I was like, wow, a little bit on the extreme side. But any games or movies that you're thinking of watching or playing recently, Cypher? Something that you're kind of chomping at the bit, or something that looks interesting that the fans out there might want to know about, especially when it comes to games. There's so many of them coming out. It's kind of hard to keep up with all of them.
Not really. I mean, the ones that I'm playing right now are usually survival, hardcore kind of games, like Subsistence and Rising World. That's a game I'm bringing back. How
did that other survival game that you were playing go? The one that you were with a spider tank or something that you built, and you had your little base out there, and you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. The spider vehicle, the spider mech.
Yeah.
They're about to bring out a new update. The problem with the game is that it ends early. I mean, especially when you play like I do, where I'm playing it for about 3 or 4 hours at a time per episode. It's I probably need to start pacing myself and showing more of what I'm doing instead of just skipping through it.
Yeah, I would have loved to see you go through like each part of it and show like how you were getting the stuff. But it did seem like you were leveling really, really fast.
Really fast, and that's just because of the fact that you like whenever I went to do melee or weapon skills, I'd go out and I'd just stay fighting mobs until I had no more health packs, and then I go around and gather all the stuff so I can make more. And then I go out again.
That's the same problem I had with Skyrim, is when they give you the ability to level up your healing spell by how often you cast it, or your defense skill based off of how much you get hit, and there's no cap for that level. I tend to just go and do it as much as I possibly can, to the point that I can't get any more, or I'm so uber, the enemies can't even touch me anymore. And it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out of it, but at the same time, it makes you feel pretty...
You dare imply that Skyrim is not perfect?
I think they could have changed a few things in it to make it more difficult to level. But I think once
you're gonna get in trouble.
Once you get up to the max level, there's still tons of stuff for you to do. Like the dragons never really get super easy until you get like the right equipment. Once you get like dragon equipment, or even one step beyond that, and the right weapons, then you start kicking some serious butt.
Don't cast until he says.
Right. They said this is the last pool for them as well. They said it's going to be nice though, so we may end up heading out here after this one.
Yeah, I guess it's the last one for us too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're about to bring out a new patch that has like 5 new mobs that are like raid boss type mobs. So I'm very interested in that, wanting to see what new skills they're going to have for it. I'm just waiting for them to drop the update so I can do the videos for it. Are we starting now,
no,
or is he overcasting?
I casted a little bit.
I don't know. I think they overdid it. Yeah, I think they overdid it. Because some of them were dying. Some of them were dying. Well, some of them were dying before he even went out. So.
I'm sure it's hard to time that.
Yeah, I think they kind of dropped the ball on it.
But, I mean, we did cast like 2 spells and kill like 8 mobs, so like that's still a really good experience. So definitely got to hand it out to you guys for coming over here and power leveling us for a little bit. Made it really, really easy for us to go off on some weird tangents and talk about some crazy stuff tonight. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the footage and how well it works sometimes. Yeah, I've never tried power leveling with a bard and a cleric before, so I can imagine it'd be a little tricky to get all that stuff down, but definitely appreciate it, guys. It's been a lot of fun. Again, if you're watching on my channel, guys, go check out Cypher Deck. He has a lot of really, really cool games. He's going to have more stuff coming down the road. If you want to give them a little bit of information on maybe some of the new series you might have coming out.
There is a game that I'm going to be programming a raid for, which is called it's a wipe, and I'm going to be doing Rising World and hopefully some Astroneers soon with Mr. AC Gamer.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Astroneers. I also have Resident Evil coming. We were supposed to do that Monday, but unfortunately I had to take my dad to the hospital. So hopefully sometime this week, if not this week, then next Monday, if nothing comes up, if Tara is willing to put up with my crazy schedule right now, we can do that. But definitely going to be fun because I have not played any Resident Evil ones before, so... Hey, yeah. Rhino, how you doing, man? Rhino3756. We did Minecraft together, and hopefully we'll be able to do more of that in the future as well. Hey, all, how's life going? We were actually just wrapping up the stream. We're about to head out here. It's been a long night, but a fun one. Like the face man looking. I'm glad you guys like the face cam. I know it's a little jarring for some people, so. Fireworks and Paul, I'm logging, but thanks for the offer. Portal collapse, stupid portal. What were you saying though, Cypher? Sorry, man, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, that was pretty much it for right now. I'm just waiting for Osiris New Dawn, and then I might try Subsistence and Life is Feudal Your Own, but we'll see how those go.
Neck Portal okay with everybody?
I'm asking the Bard if he wants
Neck or Row?
I don't think I have Row yet. I think that's the next level.
I thought you got Row, Neck, North Corona, and something else. Greater Fey at your level.
I got Neck, Combine, Iceclad, Kha'Zix, North, Fey, and Tox. As far as group ones. Single ones, I can go to a lot of places, but...
Neck's fine.
Alright, Neck and coming. Oh, he's going to run over to Kinos instead. He got an add-on. I don't want to leave him here and jump in there and kill these.
Just run out.
They're blue.
Okay, so they're both rooted.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, how's it going, sir? Want a tickle?
Port them to Tox and then queue out. Chupa's done that to us a number of times, actually. But he's a good guy. He always kind of comes back.
How dare you?
Jeez, first you imply that I touched Cypher in unspeakable places, and now you want to drop me off at Tox and leave without me?
Make sure he,
Jeez.
How do you feel about that, Cypher? That she touched you all over, man.
What?
Touched my body. Woo. Right. You guys ready to port out?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to say porting so he knows. That way if he needs to drop group or just make sure. Are you guys in Viz?
Yeah.
Okay. He might be far enough away.
Nope, he's gonna get pulled.
Yep, he actually sure did. Dang it. Well, I can port him over. He wanted to go to where?
Oh.
Kinos. So I can port him to North Corona, so that would be a little faster for him anyways, so this is a little bit better. I'll let him know.
Well, it's kind of his fault. He had fair warning.
Yeah, but he might have been thinking he could zone before I did it, so. But anyways, like I said, I could save him time, so.
Actually, why don't you drop me off at
North Piranhas?
North Key? Yeah.
Alright.
Because I like to be in that area anyway.
And I will disband. Son of a bear.
You guys know you love these little greens. But hopefully, guys, we will be streaming again tomorrow. If all goes well, around 4 o'clock. If not, then hopefully Friday, guys. So definitely stay tuned for all that.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so he's going to head out. Let me boot him from the group. That way I do not... Oh, he's already out. Okay. Alright, North Portal incoming. And what about you, Tara? Any big news coming out on your channel? Anything? I know you just did a video with Doom and the guys about wanting lady parts a couple days ago.
You're in it too.
Yeah, no, but it's labeled with Doom wanting lady parts, so if you guys want to see that.
I'll watch that, yeah.
Cypher was like level, what, 35 or something? You know, pretty low.
I know, it's so weird. It's so cool though, too. Just it's like a history of the character.
A blast from the past, man.
Yeah.
But again, guys, thanks. Oh, go ahead.
I like it when you guys don't know I'm recording. It's like more candid and interesting.
We're always recording. Guys, thanks again for watching. We'll definitely catch you tomorrow, hopefully. And until then, have a wonderful night and happy holidays to all of you guys out there.
Indeed.
Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.